Did y'all go out and do your chores today? Well, you better thank the one in heaven for even ability to do. A world of freedom in America is created so one can come out from the caves in the deep forest where the real life on this planet, is quite horrid. It's not an easy place. The animals, they eat flesh. They even kill one another. These are animals. What is the place of the human on this planet? And these chores we have to do to be like and act like an animal. Dear Muslim, you were our brothers. But because of the hardships of our lands, you let someone lead you into a false promised land. It's imaginary. The real is on the earth. And once the devil has created and painted and covered the earth in his evil, what's it going to take to break it so that the will of the Father of our Creator of our souls can be on earth as it is in heaven? It's a thing. It has to be real, or we wouldn't be able to think of it. It has to be a place where one can go, or why even bother thinking of it? But we do our chores, and that helps someone do something because they want to achieve some kind of work. And they pay, and they pay, and then the taxes, things jumps up. And people that weren't so hip to going out and working and creating started devising another world. This world of, you get so much money, and you could turn into and do a work of Dexter and never have any worries. And that's justified murder. Just the same. Murder. There's so much out there, so much to do, and the time to do it, and to have the understanding of a godliness, of a creator, and breaking this system, this path. It was caused by this money. And those that devise these plans on an innocent, such innocence, and devise an evil plan to prey on them as the government of the earth are preying on all their people. It's not just here in America, it's in every land that I know of. And I can see on a map from a satellite, and I can touch. Think about it. Do your thoughts lift? And when they do, where do they go? And speaking of anything, if something's being spoken, is it what is being spoken about so true that you don't want to hear it, or you can't even believe it? And yet your thoughts lift. And where do they go? Why do you send yourself there? There's nothing to hide, nothing to cover up. That's freedom. Did somebody hear that? So I said in commune, if the swing was in place, I would traverse with I have thoughts and feelings of a love that had to create, to maintain an order, a love that would have the ability to make an image of themselves that have to be in heaven to be so powerful, and to create it and place it on this planet for it to dwell. But until this animal evolves, as all animals do and have evolved, the humans, they need to evolve now much more quickly than ever. There is nothing more animal to and about all that we do down here that can be done. Except for evil coming up and covering and trying to conquer to where this growth, these thoughts cannot get out. And I've been having trouble with Facebook and YouTube. But there's some things that I say, I really mean them, and I want them to be, I believe, have faith that they will, and they do, and they are. But now to the Creator and creating our images here, we've done all we can do with this earthly massive thing. It needs to be evolved into something much greater than it is, and not at the cost of anyone, because those just are so full of greed. They want more than they really should receive, and that will stop when the will of the Father is on earth as it is in heaven. And this Father, I'm speaking of, the Creator, made us in His image. He also placed inside each human sphere that entity right in the very center. That is infinite. That is His center. Everything has a center. And everything is in God. Everything is created in God. And everything draws to God. The planets that exist in the sun, the domes that they've all formed, they all have a center inside to God that they join in. And these masses are formed. And here we are, human masses on one of these godly centered forms. Is there nothing more beautiful? I've never heard these things in my life. Hey. You know, and there it is. It's a change. I can see you must breathe to let it happen. As it enters in. And that's from God. This God's center source that's drawn into its center has been named the soul of human beings inside of each one of us. Not just the work we do and all that needs to be, but other things have been changed in those plans. Everyone needs just to stop and take a vacation. The healthcare workers, we know their life's involved. And it would come to how far involved are they in that life that they once held, and why bother them? Why hold them? Why hold on to them? I mean, that sounds like whatever, but we're like selfishly holding on to them, and it's time for their passing. And these things that they do it's not humane. There's times and there's passing it must go on to wherever that life sought. And that's why all the thoughts now in the entire world can be changed towards such beautiful things as God, our Creator, made in His image, and He put His living soul into our bodies at His God's center. Inside each human, in our very energetic sphere that is surrounding us. Everybody does this. Everybody do this. Everybody think of this. Can you imagine everybody one? That is such an acid on the governments of the world. It will corrode them, and they're living off of us, and corrosions will make them stop. We'll go on living. It's just their vulture zombie dependentism on vulcanizing us will come to a stop. Can you understand that? Why can't this speed out into the world? Why can't this go ballistic? It's where everybody does that. Just for that moment of evolving your center and the God center inside your living soul. And when you feel it overtake you, got to breathe your breath. Inhale your breath, and you'll feel it filling you in your body. I mean, it tingles just like electric, and it comes in, and it consumes you and all those things. And that's why we need those things forgiven, so when it does and it goes, there's a lot of it remains, because it can't stay with us, because it would burn us up, because the energy is so powerful and everlasting. I guess if you try to hang on to it, then maybe you would go right with it, right on up. You know? I want this to go ballistic. I'm not writing a book. That money's not it. That's not what this is all about. It's just thoughts leading to thoughts of heavenly thoughts. I mean, how many times do I have to say and go through it? How many times does it have to be said? And I video it once, and you just play it back and listen again. What do you hear? What do you hear? Give me a comment. Where did that thought in that moment take you? That moved you away. Think about it. Oh geez, I'm just under 20 minutes, so maybe this will go on Facebook first. I don't know. I just go to YouTube first, so it'll be one or the other, whichever one I can get it on. Or both. Ballistic. Peace out, brothers and sisters. And to God, our Creator, be one.